The new Toyota Tundra is finally here. Right next to me, brand new 2022 Toyota Tundra TRD PRO. After a decade, more than a decade, Toyota is finally introducing the brand new Tundra, and literally everything about this truck has been redesigned from the ground up. The platform is completely new and shared with two other Toyota vehicles. Also brand new powertrain. The old iForce V8 is gone. Now there's two twin turbo options you could choose from, and one of them is a hybrid. Besides that, there's more features. Now you get multi-terrain select and crawl control, along with the locking rear differential with this TRD PRO. And there's so much more. So in this video, let me give you the rundown and show you all the new things that you'll get with this brand new Tundra TRD PRO. All right, so let's start out with the front end. Of course, very, very different than the previous generation, right? We've seen so many Tundras in the past. Kind of that kind of like bubbly look is completely gone. A lot more butch, masculine, athletic, right? Just starting with the huge, massive hood. Of course, you can see the TRD PRO vents on both sides really stands out with this white color, right? But you could see the indentations here. Just really overall, it's just different. It's just very different, and I like it. And of course, look at the brand new headlights. They have a, what is it? Kind of like a, almost like a T shape, but of course you could see everything inside is LED. Take a look at that. You know, that just lights up. It's LED daytime running lights. Is not very bright, but it's very bold and big. And you could also see with this TRD PRO, you do have the marker lights now. Because of restrictions, this TRD PRO is so wide, it's required by law to have these marker lights, but they look really cool. Not only do you have three here, but you also have one on each wheel fender up front. Look at these new, brand new LED fog lights below. Right before, on the Tundra TRD PRO, there was those rigid LED fog lights, but now they have been replaced with this light strip, right, on both sides. And that's not all. That's not all. Take a look at this. This is brand new. Now you have a huge light LED bar right in the smack middle of this brand new grille. So let me turn that on also and show you guys. As you can see here, this lights up. It really fills in the gap over here. According to Toyota, when you're driving off-road, you want some extra light. And of course, because this is a TRD PRO, the grille is different than a normal Tundra. You have this huge Toyota badge right in the middle, right? And you can see it forms an octagon shape, and it just goes all the way towards the bottom. Very, very unique. You have a camera up here, and take a look. Inside these marker lights, you can actually see the TRD inside them. Also, small, subtle touch that really stands out. Now, let me pop the hood and show you what's on the inside. There will be two engines inside the Tundra. With the TRD PROs, you get the iForce Max, which is the one that is a hybrid. And the overall output is 437 horsepower and 583 pound-feet of torque. Now, if you're opting for another Tundra that isn't a TRD PRO and you're getting the regular iForce engine, well, that engine isn't too shabby either. It's producing 389 horsepower and 479 pound-feet of torque. So unfortunately, with this next generation, we lose that powerful V8 that we all come to love. However, Toyota gave us two brand new twin turbo engine, one hybrid, that's both more powerful and more fuel efficient. So later on, I'm gonna go for a drive, not today, unfortunately, but later on, I'm gonna test drive the TRD PRO and a normal Tundra with the iForce engine and see how they compare. Because according to Toyota, these engines are better in every way. I'll have to see if that's true. Moving to the side, the Tundra looks similar yet different. The biggest change, I think, is actually this. The A-pillar is now black. I have not seen this in any other truck or car out there. Normally, you have like a floating roof design where everything is black. But in this case, it's just the A-pillar, and it just cuts off here. It's a little strange, and according to Toyota, it's because they want to make this look like a helmet, like a visor. It kind of looks like that, but still, I think if you made the C-pillar black too to kind of match it, I think that would look better. But looks is subjective, so you guys tell me if you like that new design or not. But obviously it does match with the black mirrors. The window surround is all black, right? The door handles are black. There's nothing chrome on this TRD Pro, which I like. And then look at the wheels, 18-inch BBS wheels, and brand new Falcon Wild Peak all-terrain tires. They look a bit more aggressive. You could see the sidewall sticks out a little more. That's what they were going for. And according to Toyota, there will be optional accessories like a factory 3-inch lift kit that you could order from the dealership directly. And with that, you figure, well, then you could put bigger tires. For those of you guys that are looking to add 35-inch tires, I'm not actually sure if they fit, but they would certainly look fantastic with a truck like this. But also, of course, you see this new fender guard, right? The fenders do stick out a lot more, but then you have this guard which has a really unique 3D graphite kind of camouflage kind of design, which is the very first. I haven't seen any other truck or car with this design. Usually they're aftermarket, they're wrapped, but this is not, and it carries all the way to the back tailgate too. But just take a look. You know, so this TRD Pro sign looks familiar, yet different. And this one, of course, is still the Crew Max, and you can see the door in the back is huge, and the back cab, the back legroom is still class leading, and I'm going to show you that in a little bit. Now, moving to the back, you can see TRD Pro now has dual exhaust tips, a little bit different. Before it was just a single, one huge tip. Now you have two. Look at the brand new tailgate. You have TRD Pro stamped hugely in the middle, so no one will mistake this for a normal Tundra. And then that graphite design carries to the top of the tailgate. This is actually a two-piece design, very unique, right? And the bottom bumper is also completely black. So it kind of matches this in a way, right? Oh, by the way, let me show you this. You may have noticed something's really different about this rear end. You notice that the bumper is not separated from the bed. So Toyota actually made this fender just stick all the way out to cover the rear bumper. So it's a unique look. It's a new design. So when you're looking at the back end, you're like, what's different? What's different? This is what's different. So this is very, very unique and something new that Toyota is doing. Once you open a tailgate, you can see it's dampened, but it opens really fast, really fast. Most other trucks like Ford and Dodge, this is much slower, this is really fast. But as you may have noticed, inside is completely different because this is not like a cover. This is not a spray-on liner. This is a completely new composite bed. That's right, Toyota decided to replace the bed completely. They were thinking about durability, longevity, so they didn't want to just go with aluminum, but they wanted to save weight and didn't want to go with steel either, especially when corrosion or rust can really ruin beds. So they decided to go with a composite bed completely, right? So now you don't have to worry about liners, you don't have to worry about covers, and you can throw whatever you want in here. It is dent proof, and it is scratch proof, and it's extremely durable. According to Toyota, the payload is now 1,900 pounds, so that's pretty good too. A brand new bed, and of course you see these rail systems on both sides, a couple of hooks, right? And you do see this giant plug. Because this one is a hybrid, you do get a giant plug that provides up to 400 watts of electricity for your power tools. Oh, I forgot something that's very important. Let me show you what's going on down here. The new Tundra no longer uses leaf springs. It is using a fully boxed frame, and they've decided to use a coil link setup in the rear. So that is a very first for Tundras and very first for TRD Pros. With this TRD Pro, you do see a torsion bar and also these beefy TRD Fox shocks in the back. But according to Toyota, this will be the best handling and best riding Tundra ever. And I can't wait to take this out on the road and on a course just to see how it is. But this is completely new for Toyota. Let's look inside. So here's a first look of the brand new TRD Pro's interior. Take a look at that massive 14-inch multimedia display, completely new interface for this new generation. And also take a look at the new 12.3-inch digital gauge cluster. Very first for Toyota. You can see Toyota really upped their game in terms of features now, really modernized this Toyota. And it's about time, because for the last 12, 13, 14 years, it's been pretty much the same, but now there's so much more to this TRD Pro. And I love these new seats. Take a look at these new seats. They have that camouflage kind of design built into them, but you still have the TRD Pro stitching. It's no longer on the headrest, right? But this looks a lot more comfortable, and it actually feels like real leather. Like the old TRD Pro's leather, I don't know if it was leather. It really seemed like it was synthetic leather, but this actually looks and feels like real leather. And that is fantastic. That is fantastic. Also, take a look on the inside here. You now have a panoramic sunroof. Yes, you have a panoramic sunroof for the first time in a Toyota Tundra, and the rear glass still slides down. The only full-size truck on the market, or only truck I should say, where the rear glass still folds down completely. All right, let me show you the back. Because this is a hybrid, there needs to be a place for the battery, and it's right underneath. Actually, right underneath the rear seats. This is actually using nickel-ion batteries, not lithium-ion, and according to Toyota, because it's easier to get and it's more easy to recycle afterwards. So that's why Toyota decided to use nickel-ion batteries, but it is right here. Unfortunately, because it's right here, it removes any chance of hidden storage being under here, because it just spreads out across the entire bottom end. You can still fold down the back like so, and there's a little bit of storage over there, but that's about it. And you do have a cool JBL sub back here as well. All right, now stepping in, for me, I think it's a little bit easier to get inside the Tundra now. This TRD Pro is raised about an inch higher than all the other Tundras out there, but the step-in height for me, just it's lower for some reason. The way they designed it is just better. Now, let's start out with this brand new 14-inch touchscreen, yes. Brand new interface. For the first time, Toyota is going with something new, and you know what? Take a look at it. The interface is a lot better, a lot more crisp, right? Not like the old interface where it was just really dated and slow. This actually looks a lot better, more modern, and of course, everything that you want: Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, and you can see Wi-Fi. Everything is just really smooth, and I love this new setup. And it's just right in your face too. It reminds me a lot of what Ford has inside their new F-150, but man, this just works so much better than all previous interfaces from Toyota, and it's a big, big improvement. You can also have search. Look at that. There's its own built-in search. Take a look. The start button is now red with TRD. Very, very cool. So yeah, I showed you guys this new 12.3-inch digital gauge cluster. It's fantastic. Everything about it is just so much better than the previous one. And the font and the design, it's really edgy and modern. Really good. And take a look at this brand new steering wheel too. Completely different. You have this red strip on top, matches the red interior. I'm a sucker for contrast. I love this red interior with black. This truck just feels light years more advanced than the previous TRD Pro. I just have to say it. Toyota just really knocked it out of the park. But this steering wheel, right? It's new. You can see perforated leather all around. TRD on the bottom here, and the button layouts bigger, but still recognizable. Very similar to the other layouts, like the safety systems on this side, and this side is for like music and scrolling and controlling your info screen. So still very similar. You still have a traditional shifter, right? Thank God. I love traditional shifter, TRD, this red stripe in the middle. Oh, by the way, with this new hybrid motor, it is now paired to a 10-speed automatic. It is brand new, so the old 6-speed automatic is gone. Now, with that said, I love that 6-speed transmission. I've tested many TRD Pros in the past. I thought the 6-speed did a really good job keeping a Tundra within a power band, and it just drove nice. So with this new 10-speed, obviously, the focus is fuel economy, right? 10-speed with more gears should be more fuel efficient, especially with this hybrid motor. But I don't know how it's going to feel. Some of the 10 speeds I've tested before, they're kind of hit or miss. So later on, when I do go for a drive, I'll let you guys know how this new transmission is versus the old 6-speed. You could see that there is multi-terrain select. There's crawl control, right? This is for towing, and you have different drive modes. Yes, there are many drive modes. So you can see here, you have sport. So take a look, you have sport, normal, and eco. So you do have 3 different drive modes here. And also take a look at a 2-wheel and 4-wheel drive setup. It's no longer a knob over here. You simply just push it and then you go back. 4 high, 2 high, 4 low. Very simple. And this TRD Pro now has a locking rear differential right here. Yes, locking rear differential. If you're going off-road, right, you definitely need that. Also, take a look at this. You do have a bird's eye 360 view camera system too. That's pretty cool. I wish that was actually showing body color, but you do get that. Let's wait until it spins all the way. Kind of slow. There you go. There you go. You have traction control over here. Your trailer brake assist over here, right? And you do have climate control. The buttons are a little bit small for this Tundra. I mean, the last generation, everything, huge buttons, very huge button, very huge knobs. They have been shrunken a little bit. Heated seats, cool seats, yes, standard. You have dual climate control, and you have a USB port up here. And down here, you also do have a wireless charger and just a space for your things, cup holders, and you have a tray. Look at that. You have a giant tray. If you didn't want it, yeah, you can reveal the inside. And then you can also open this up. Wow. I mean, that's a lot of space. That's a lot of space, and there's 2 more USB ports over here as well. Look at that. Giant panoramic sunroof on top. Very first for Tundra. This will be a big selling point for people that want a lot of openness and airiness inside their Tundra. Remember I told you that the window back there does open? Well, I just found the button for it. It's right over here. So if you push this, you can see the rear window goes down and up. The only truck on the market that offers this. I don't know why anyone else doesn't try to copy this design, but it is really nice when you're driving and there's all that air is coming through. It's very nice. Now, we know that Toyota likes to release new colors every year with their TRD Pros. So this is something that's going to be available for 2022. It's called Solar Octane. It's a metallic orange color. Very unique, and I do think it fits the profile of this truck very nicely. So will this carry over to a TRD Tacoma or Sequoia or any other TRD? I don't know, but it looks fantastic with the Tundra. So there you go. This is a first look of this brand new 2022 Toyota Tundra TRD Pro. Now, the one big question mark is with this brand new powertrain, this new hybrid engine, how does it do with fuel economy? How good is it? What's the MPGs? I don't know at this point. Toyota has not released those figures, so we'll have to see how it is later on. But because it's a hybrid, it should be pretty good. Well, at least compared to the previous generation. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this. Make sure you smash up the like, subscribe to the channel, and there's going to be a lot more videos coming our way, especially of this brand new Tundra. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.